everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm just about to head out to the stores to pick up a few things for our dance competition that's coming up, as well as a birthday party that we've been invited to for this weekend, so come and join me. So the first thing I usually do is try to pick out a card, just because sometimes that can be the hardest thing when you're buying stuff for little ones. And I don't know this little girl, and she's turning 7 though. And unfortunately my daughter wasn't a wealth of information, because every time I asked her for what the little girl wanted, my daughter would tell me what she wanted for her birthday. So I think one thing I actually did was I text messaged her mom and asked her about any of her favorite things that she has or that she likes. So I'm at Big W right now, and this is just the card selection, and I've kind of perused through. There's some cute stuff this one's a ballerina one. These are really cute. And there's a Tinkerbell, but the little girl's into Hatchimals and Shotkins. So I kind of looked through the few that they have here for 7s, and I think I'm gonna get this one, which is really cute. And it just says 7 today. And it just says have a brilliant 7th birthday. So I think that's simple and easy. It's not ballerina or anything, so hopefully she'll like it. They also have a pretty good selection of things to put on your presents. They have tons of wrapping paper, but I always go with my stuff from Costco because it's always so much thicker and it's a better deal than buying a small roll. And a lot of times these ones are great, but you'll see through them. So I think I'm gonna pick up a bow to go on top. So I think this is really cute, just because the wrapping paper I has polka dots on it, and then I have purple on the other side, but I think I'm going to do the polka dot one that looks kind of like balloons. So I'm going to get this one. But that was cute to stick on top and make it look all festive. And as you can see, they have tons of stuff to stick on for all the different occasions and everything. They've got lots here. Actually, they've got a pretty good selection. I wasn't thinking it would be this good. And they actually have pre-cut ribbon that you can do to make bows and things like that, so that's pretty awesome. They have some pre-cut paper that you can get. I don't know how much this stuff is. Doesn't have a price, but it's gift wrap. And then they've got some of the really, really big bows. I wonder if they'll get a lot more at Christmas or not. And the big bags as well. And these ones are always fun if you're doing something for a teacher or something and getting all the kids to sign it, or for a grandparent or whichever, and having all the grandkids and family sign it. Those are always fun. We used to get the ones that are 4 times the size of these. We loved them when we were kids, especially if we were giving them to a friend or something, and we got everyone to sign in there and write something. My youngest one here has discovered some balloons, so she's excited. So here's all the Hatchimals stuff they have. It's so different from when my oldest was little and they first came out, because they just had the eggs that you just opened, and now there's a whole crazy things with wings and pixies, and I feel so out of touch because my 3-year-old doesn't really like Hatchimals. She's into horses and stuff, so I think just from kind of perusing that I'm probably going to get one of these for her. And then there's this cute little set over here. I had originally come for this, and it looked huge online, and then I saw that it was little, so it's like a bank, and it has 8 Hatchimals in it for $35, but I don't think I'm gonna get this just because it's so tiny. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna get one of these. So it says it's like a rider, has 10 collectibles in it, and there's a few different ones down here, so I don't know which one I'm going to choose, but I'm going to pick one of these, and I think it's got a pony in it, and then I'm going to get one of these little guys up here to go with it, just in case it doesn't come with a rider. And then I think maybe that one, or this one. That one looks pretty neat. And then she'll have a few, and this says 12 to collect. It's got mix and match wings. It's got 2 pixie dolls and a jumbo mystery wings and 2, oh yeah, that's it. So these are neat. I wonder, it doesn't look like they open the same way as the old ones do, where you had to kind of rub them and then peel them. So I think I'll get that one. And then maybe just to coordinate, we'll get the teal and pink to match with that rider and that egg. Oops, that's kind of cool. And this one has, 10 collectibles in it. Do you ever go shopping for birthday presents and stuff, and especially for kids that are into different things than your children, and feel kind of out of touch with what's going on? Look at this thing. It's a makeover. You put a mask on her face. She has makeup on, and then it's supposed to take it off. Like, I don't understand why they would make a toy like this for kids. I mean, the doll's cute, but the concept of it is a little bit different. It says fail to fix. I don't think I would ever buy my child that. I mean, just because it's... Why? Why would you do that? One thing my kids love is Lego, and if we didn't have a baby crawling around who puts everything in her mouth, we would definitely have been getting a lot more of these little pieces and stuff, and there's a ton on clearance right now here at Big W. So there's like the cat Mario for $5, that's $2, or save $7. There's all these different ones, like the penguin outfit. So these are the Super Mario ones. And then they've also got the different, like this, the Lego Super Mario. Don't know what this one is. It's a expand your starter course. Okay. And that one's $25 down, 17 off. This one's $15, $10 off. This is $12, $13 off. So they've got quite a few of them. So if your kids are into this, this is a good time to come down to Costco right now, or not Costco, to Big W and take advantage of all the clearance that's going on. I know that when I see something that's really good and it's a good deal, I tend to pick it up early, even if it's for Christmas, and I just hide it in my house. Also, the Lego dots are on sale. They're $4 right now for these like snap bracelets that you can decorate. And they have quite a few of them here. And then they've got some of the Mega Blocks are on sale, and then the dots, or the Mega Blocks, sorry, assorted right there are on sale. So they've got quite a bit of stuff in clearance. They've got fabrics. These must be new ones. They look like wooden Legos. These are all $5. If anyone's ever curious on what happens to my baby when she goes quiet, this is what happens. So she's under the carrier, she's feeding, sometimes sleeping, and this is kind of our everyday thing, especially when we're at Costco and we're in there for a while. She's under here. She's awake right now, but she's having a good feed, which keeps her happy and less likely to tell me she's upset. So I'm home now. I thought I'd show you what I picked up on my trip out to get some stuff for our dance competition, as well as the birthday party that we're going to go to this weekend. So at Big W, I picked up, like I showed in earlier, I picked up the Hatchimals Pixie Riders. So I got the teal and pink one, and then you can see here on the back it kind of opens up into like a little display, the bottom part of the box. And this has, it's got 10, there's 10 to collect, but it's supposed to come with 6 surprises inside and a secret castle to discover is what it says. So this is so different than my 6-year-old when she, like, than the Hatchimals that they had when she was younger. So my mom used to like send out the little eggs that you had to rub, and then like the heart would change, and they were just like little animals. And now it's like this whole crazy series, and I feel so out of touch with like kids toys, because my oldest one is into like the Mandalorian and Avengers, and she's into like arts and crafts, and my middle one is like Elsa and Frozen, so that's a pretty kind of universal thing across the board, and horses and unicorns. And then my youngest one just loves everything. I mean, especially stuffed animals and anything her sisters have. So it's not a bit like, we're not looking at like the newer toys or anything. So this was like, when I went to the store, I was like, where's the Hatchimals? I was looking for the regular ones, and then this is all they had, and I realized that it's completely changed. And then to go with it, I got the little Pixie glitter angel, so the one that kind of matches I guess the little container at the top here for this one. And this one says there's bonus glow in the dark wings, and it comes with 2 pixie dolls and jumbo mystery wings inside. So it's like a little girl, it's not even an animal. So, sorry, my little one's getting over a cold, so she's kind of roaming around in here. So she's got that cough that kind of lingers. And I got those 2 things for the little girl because her mom had, when I messaged and asked what she likes, she said she likes Shopkins and Hatchimals, and there was no Shopkins stuff other than the Kindy Kids, which is, that's kind of hit or miss, I think, with the like 7-year-olds. And then I picked up that bow that I showed just to put on top of the packages. And the card, I'm just going to grab that here. And and the little 7 today card that says have a brilliant 7th birthday inside. These are cute little Carlton ones. There was only a few options for 7-year-olds, and I mean it was ballerinas and Tinkerbell, so I figured this one was probably the easiest to go with. Just because when I asked my oldest what her friend liked, she did, my oldest just told me all the stuff that she wants herself, so that wasn't really helpful. And then I went through and was kind of looking around at the clothing and stuff just to see if there's anything I wanted to pick up for the girls. And I found this bathing suit. So this is a bluey bathing suit. It's UV protected and everything. It's got long sleeves, which is something I've been looking for my 1-year-old, just because the pool is, even though it's covered, they do swimming lessons in, it's still, you can feel the temperature difference between the warm pool water and then just above. So when they're on the step and stuff, they get a bit cooler. So she doesn't have anything that has the full length sleeves, and it was $10. So I mean, you can't really beat that. And the only thing that I don't really like about Big W is they don't have a clearance area. Like, they have them for adults, and they'll sometimes put out big racks that'll be full of all kinds of clearance clothes, but they don't do it for kids. So you kind of have to dig around. And I just happened to see this because I was like, oh, bathing suits, they must be on sale because it's winter here, or going into winter, and they were, thank God. Just these ones though. The other bathing suits that they had weren't discounted, but I mean, it's Bluey. Bluey's awesome. So I got that for her. This was $10. And then actually one thing, this came up as more than half price. So this was, I think, $29, and I got it for $14. I mean, if you can believe it. It just rang up that way. It wasn't labeled on the shelf or anything, but when I went to the checkout, it came up so much cheaper. So I was very happy with that. And then I ended up going to a mall in the area I was in, and I didn't take my camera in because I was, saying, okay, I'm just gonna run in, quickly grab what I need and come out, and that never happened. So I ended up getting more than I needed because I saw stuff that caught my eye. But what I went in originally to get was clip-on earrings for the competition that's this weekend. So my daughter needs earrings for her competition, and they tried doing the stick-on earrings because my daughter's ears aren't pierced, and there's a few other kids that weren't pierced either, and they just kind of fell off. Like, they'd end up with one still on, or they both fell off and they were on their costume somewhere. So I went into Kmart to find clip-on earrings, and they have them for kids, and they usually have the little diamond ones, but they were picked over. And I mean, I don't mean picked over like there's only a few left. I mean, like, people actually took parts of the packs. So they'd be packs with like the diamond earrings that are clip-on, and then they would have like unicorns or flowers or something, and people would take the pretend diamond ones, even though it's $2 for the 6 pairs, just steal them, and then they had like the rest of the stuff. So they were all just like little bits and pieces, and none of the ones we needed. So I left the store and I went to like 4 other stores, and no one had clip-on earrings. Everyone's like, well, we have earrings for pierced ears. And the reason why my daughter doesn't have pierced ears right now is because we actually went to do it for her 6th birthday. And I always take my kids, if they're like, my plan is, and for myself, I did the same thing. I went to a piercing place to have my ears pierced, and they said for infection control and everything, to make sure things are safe, that you can't go swimming for 6 weeks. And that doesn't work with weekly swim lessons, especially because she literally gets like a 2-week vacation in July from it, so just 2 weeks off, and 2 weeks off at the end of the year around Christmas time. So that's not a long time, and that's a big chunk to miss for swim, especially because she's been graduating classes because she's been going so consistently. So I was trying to find clip-on ones. So after going to all these other stores, walking all over this mall, I finally went back into Kmart, and I'm like, maybe if I look at the adult area, they'll have some clip-on earrings. Well, they didn't have clip-on earrings, but they had these new things, and these are clip-on stud earring converters, and I've never seen these before in all the times that I've been in Kmart. But if you look here, they're just little pieces. So I haven't opened it up, but you can actually take the back of like an earring for a pierced ear, and it pops in the top, and then the other piece will clip on their ear. So I'm hoping these work. It was $4 for, so there's probably 8, yeah, there's 8 of them in there, so there's 4 pairs. And then I just picked up the really big, like, pretend diamond studs, just so they can really see them, because they want I think the middle size is what they want for dance. And these were $2, and if this works, it's awesome. If not, I mean, we'll make it go with the stick-on earrings. But this is the one big thing that we wanted to to get when I was in the stores, and then I had a few things to pick up at Woolworths. So I went into Woolworths and we had to get a few things for like our dance bag, because parents aren't really supposed to come down or in backstage to get them changed and everything. So I have to make sure that there's extra of anything that she might need for her hair. And she does have a hair change because she's in 3 dances this year for competition. So the first one is pigtails and the second one is pigtails with buns. So they need hair nets, and we had to find the ones that were in her hair color, and she has dark brown hair. So I picked up some of these ones. I got more elastics because, I mean, especially with 3 girls, like the 3 of us, and even my youngest one, but she takes the tiny elastics, but the other 3 of us, my 2 oldest and myself, we all have long hair. So elastics are like badly needed in our house, and they disappear. They just like mysteriously disappear. Like I probably buy a pack of elastics every month at least, and they just go missing. And it's not that they break or anything. Like we always get these ones that just have like they're glued together. They're not the metal ones because they get stuck in your hair, and they are gone. Like my middle one pulls them out of her hair and throws them wherever she takes them out, and then they get sucked up in the vacuum cleaner, or they get picked up by someone and put somewhere else, and then they get forgotten or dropped down or whatever. So we always need elastics in our house. And then I actually and I had to pick up some Kleenex for her to have downstairs or backstage, as well as the some makeup removers just in case she smudges something, they gotta touch something up. It's also good for on the way home because it's about 2.5 hours from where we live to wipe off, because she's gonna wear bright red lipstick, so she doesn't like to leave that on, and I don't blame her. So we have to kind of scrub that off on the way home. And then when I'm in the store, right, I find other things that I wanted to get, or not wanted to get, but caught my eye. So they actually had these cute little Elsa brushes from Frozen 2 that were $5, so they're half price. So I picked up one to keep back for Christmas. This will get hidden. I don't know if you guys do the same thing I do, but we have an extra bedroom in our house, and because we don't have visitors right now because of all the things happening, and our family is overseas in Canada, I kind of claimed our guest room here, and this is like the rejected bedding that my oldest one wanted, and then decided she doesn't want it anymore. Her cheetah or leopard phase was very short when it came to stuff like this, and so I just kind of hide everything in here, and the kids know this room is off limits, and I think it gets forgotten because it's at the back of our house by the garage, so no one really hangs out back here. I mean, right now they don't. So that was kind of what happens back here, is everything gets put aside. And then I actually came across, when I was looking at like snacks for my youngest one, I came across this new brand at Woolworths. So I haven't seen it in our Woolworths, but I'm gonna look it up online. Hopefully it'll be there. But the one that I was in was much bigger than our local Woolworths. But this is Health Labs for kids, and it's a kids chocolate probiotic bites. So it has 1 billion dairy-free probiotic per bite. And these are, it says no added sugar, gluten-free, dairy-free probiotics, real fruit, mess and stress-free. I have another box that is open and it's out there, and they're not very mess-free, but it says no colors or flavors, worry-free ingredients. And this is created by moms, and it's Australian. And what they are is they're like these little bites, and they're made with dates, coconut, raw cacao powder, organic coconut oil, and this has pumpkin seeds, and then the probiotic. So I thought this would be good to give to my daughter. The other ones that we have are like more like a little square, and you can see they almost look like Laura bars. Even though they're mom made, I found it kind of interesting that they're literally like a cube, like this big, and they're for 12 months and older, which doesn't make sense unless you're cutting it up and it's gonna crumble. Like it would have made more sense to keep them like almost like a Lara bar, like a thicker bar rectangle, as opposed to a cube, just because I gave one to my youngest one there, who's kind of cruising around. And she was good for the first little bit, and I was watching her, and then she shoved the entire thing in her mouth. And I was like, okay, that's not very safe. And she's to the point where she doesn't want me to feed her. So if I try to like cut it up and stuff, then she's like, no, I don't want it. Don't touch me. I'm gonna throw it out. I throw it on the floor. I don't want to eat this anymore. So it would have been nicer if these were more like, is there a square that fits in here? Like you can see, like this is huge, and it's 5 little squares in here that are this big. Like that's a hard thing for a little kid to chew on, like a 12-month-old to chew on. Well, she's not 12, but she's a bit over a year, but they're not super great for kids, like the shape. The ingredients and everything are awesome, but that was the one thing I noticed with these. And then I got like the caramel version of these, that one's without probiotics. So you got 10 in a pack for the same price. So what happened was I was walking back to to the parking area, and I came across the store Dusk. So Dusk is kind of like, I don't know of a store in the US and Canada that's like it, but it sells stuff like Candlelight does, things like that. It's all like candle accessories and oils and misters and things like that. Hi. And I love that store, like absolutely love it. And I was actually in another store that's called House, which is like, I had walked in there first because they had a silicone cake pan in the shape of a mermaid tail, and I was like, oh, this is really neat. I'm gonna go check out the store, and it smelled amazing in the store. And I'm like, what does this smell? And I looked in the store and I was thinking maybe they've got something, because it was like a home appliance and like dishes and stuff store, so it didn't make sense that they had something that smelled really great. And I realized that it was actually coming from Dusk across the hallway, and sorry, my youngest one's like, give me something, I'm bored over here. And I wandered in there and it smelled amazing, and everything was like 50% off. Like some stuff that was like originally like $30 was $5. Like it was insane. So I started wandering through the store and I was like, oh my gosh, I want this, I want this, I want this. So I was like, okay, I have a small budget, I'll just get a few things. Because I love candles and all those things, I've always liked them. So I ended up getting this oil burner, and it was $12. And this one actually does the like the little wax as well, so it does both. And it is one that requires a tea light. And for $12, like I think originally it was like 40, yeah, or something like that. And it's got little hearts. It's really cute. It's just like a cream ceramic, and then that's where the tea light goes in. And I mean, the whole store smells good. Like I could smell all the stuff they were burning and things in here on the packaging. And I kind of want to go back and buy more. And then I picked up some melts to go in it. So these were $12 as well. And this is this brand, it's Rainy Days. So I think they had, yeah, so this one's called Rainy Days. This is another part of that one. So I'll show you that in a second. So they're just like purple melts here. It's like a lavender color. But so there's 4 of them in here, and they smell amazing. Just as I open this box, this whole room is starting to smell like them. So this is Cassis and Sugar Plum. And you get 4 melts, and I got them for $12. I think originally they were $28. And then I also picked up another one from the same line. So this one was $45, and I got for $35. And this is the breakfast in bed. It's maple pancake and vanilla. It's a 2-wick candle, and I was hoping, oh, I can smell it. It smells great. I was hoping that they had the melts in this, but they didn't. Because this one, I think, this smelled the best. It smells so good. It literally smells like, yeah, it does smell like maple pancakes with like maple syrup and butter. Like it's sweet. No, she's asking for the candle. You can't have this, it's glass. And it's really pretty. It's a 2-toned candle. It's got the 2 wicks on top, and I wish you could smell it because it smells amazing. I don't think I've ever gotten anything from that store I didn't like smell wise. And they have lots. So it's kind of like Bath and Body Works. Yeah, it's like Bath and Body Works. That's right. It doesn't have anything for like your body and stuff, but it has all the candles and the incense burners and things like that. It's like a hybrid of Bath and Body Works and what was the other store? Bath and Body Works and Candlelight or Party Light. It's like a combination of those two, because but it's like, and the stuff was amazing. Like they had mirrored like stands, or like almost like a tray with sides that were gold for like $20, and they had like tons of stuff. So I mean, if you live in Australia, definitely go to your local Dusk. Online, it's not as worth it because you have to pay for shipping unless you order a lot. But it's definitely worth checking out right now, because like almost everything except for there's like anything that was seasonal. So there was Christmas stuff still there, which was funny. There's like 1 or 2. So anything that was seasonal was on sale. Like they had Easter stuff that was like $5, like little tea light holders and stuff. And I was gonna get some, but then I have 2 from before and I don't think I need any more. I mean, I want more, but I don't need them because I have lots of Easter decorations right now. And there was like, pretty much everything was on sale in the store except for their, like there's 2 things that they always carry, which are like the different candles that are always the same scents. Like they have like, I think it's like rose and vanilla, like all those generic ones. And the melts that go with those, as well as the oils and the misters that are all in that kind of one main line that Dusk always carries in store. So anything that was like new or whatever, it's all on sale, which is crazy. Like their aromatizers and all of that stuff was super discounted. So it's $10 for the membership and you get $20 on your birthday. It's a 2-year membership for $10. So you essentially make $30 by signing up for a $10 membership. And then you get, I think it's 10% off all regular price merchandise and an additional 5% off everything that's on sale. So I didn't get the discount this time because my membership had expired in April. But the next time I go in the store, oh no, I did get the discount on everything. So like this candle, the oil burner ended up being $11.40. This candle ended up being $23.75, and then she has them, the little wax packs, they ended up being $10. So I saved more money than just being on sale because they actually let me use my discount right away. So that was good. I didn't think they did, but then when I looked at the receipt, I realized they have. So yeah, so I wish I had brought my camera in and I could have showed you everything. I definitely will take it with me next time, just because there's 2 stores in that mall that I went to. I mean, Dusk and Home. So Home is awesome. We actually ended up getting all of our like dishes and my pots and pans and any like casserole dishes and all those things from that store because it was a huge discount. Like I think I got a whole set of Baccarat pots and pans for like $300 delivered from them. I remember when we first moved here, my mom came right before we moved into our house that we're in right now. My mom came and she's like, let's get you stuff for your home. And because we had to leave so much stuff. This will be the 3rd time we've had to rebuy everything for our house. So when we lived in Canada, we bought everything as we were there for a long time because I had moved out to the West Coast where I met my husband. And then we got rid of all of our dishes and everything. We kept a few things when we moved to California because we drove. And we had our 2-month-old daughter, so our first one was 2 months at the time, so we got rid of everything. So it's like we've rebought everything for our house like 3 times now. So that was a little bit off topic. So you learned a few more things about me, but yeah, that's everything I got. I mean, I went for a few things and came out with more than a few things, which is kind of always what happens when we go shopping. Hey. Hi. And I just wanted to touch on the wrapping paper I talked about earlier on in the video that I'm actually wrapping the gift set in, or the gift for the birthday party. So this is the Costco wrapping paper I was talking about. So it's a massive roll. We've already used it a few times. And it's always double-sided, super thick. Like this stuff is like almost indestructible. It's like actually hard to tear it when you're unwrapping gifts, which is fun because if you're the type of person who wants to keep it, you could. Like it's quite easy to kind of preserve this because the tape tears off without leaving the white marks. But the one I got, so it has the kind of the larger polka dots on the one side, and then on the back it's got purple and like a light purple polka dot. So I got this, I think it was like $14.99 when I picked it up, and they brought it back. Like there's more. It had sold out for a while when it first came out, but they've got lots in store right now. And it's worth it. Like at Christmas time, the first thing I do when it comes out is I buy more wrapping paper. But that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.